Hi, hello. Welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for a channeled reading. This is going to be slightly an open reading because I do know a little bit about. Oh, I'm being told no. Okay, so let's just do an open reading. A channeled reading, excuse me. Welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. It's a delight and an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me to do so. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and smash that like button, baby. Okay, now comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. We have the Four of Swords, the Strength card, Six of Wands, and the Devil. Oh. Okay, so this is already hitting on what I wanted to talk about. So I'll just draw it out during the reading. If you're new, again, I say welcome. You belong, welcome home. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. We'll be imposing the guidance today, which is this baseline of the reading. It's from The Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Skrull. And that's over at Liminal 11 Publishing if you want to pick up the deck. And we're going to pause this for a quick second. Yes, we're going to pause just for a quick second. So as we go through this reading, as we participate in the gathering today for the Oracle Consularship, the overall baseline energy will be of these four cards. Every other card that comes out will be defining and ascribing meaning and value to these four cards, being Four of Swords, Strength cards, Six of Wands, and the Devil. Again, I repeat, Four of Swords, Strength card, Six of Wands, and the Devil. Four of Swords is quarantine. It literally is like concussion or like resuscitation or some kind of like need for rest. Actually, to be honest, it means that there was an active trauma, an active wound. Three of Swords, and now we're healing from that trauma. So something changed us, and we need a moment to process. Strength card means strength, courage, and wisdom. Emotional fortitude. It also means well-being. We could be getting better in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. And then we have, this is Priestess Chande, if you haven't met. Coming up here. What's going on? And then Six of Wands talks about triumph. Actually, to be honest, it's already communicating. Six of Wands could also mean receiving glory, but it's an elite position in terms of divine beings. We've kind of been chosen for something that's rather exalted. And then the Devil card means negativity, toxicity, some kind of evil or toxic influence. It's kind of like an influencer, but bad. So with these cards together, the Six of Wands in reverse could mean apprehension. It could also mean jealousy. It's a really bad false ego. Strength card and the Devil, typically these counteract each other. So we would balance out the Strength card because it would say that we're just learning how to master ourselves. It would also negate the Devil energy here, which would mean we overcame something recently. Now, there's no five present. If a five does come out, it would talk about fighting off one's rage, like literally somebody who unleashes their rage. And then the Four of Swords in reverse, that's actually not the most negative meaning unless there's a bunch of eights around, which would talk about some type of spell work. Okay. So it would mean this would be being pinned down. It's some kind of energetic barrier. We also have here the King of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Okay, so there is some rage here. Nice, sweetheart. We have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So, yeah, there's this energy here that's trying to repress, suppress, oppress, depress us in some way. It's always confirmed when you have the Strength and a bunch of fours. They want us, number one, to be theirs. They don't want us to get too far out in front of them or too far away from them. And then we have to talk about another person here. Because the devil's present, and we have, if a queen, a jack, or a knight in the tarot, 3-7, a 3-5-7, or 9 with the swords. I'm sorry, it's actually, I've been corrected, 5-7 or 9 of any suit. 3 if it's the swords. Come out in this column, sometimes the moon, Two of Pentacles, Hangman. Come out in this position, we're dealing with another person. So we are dealing with another individual. This is definitely another being. Queen of Wands, Six of Wands means needing to win at all costs. With the devil, it's rather pernicious. Okay. Now we're the Queen of Swords. So we have already overcome this, but to be honest, it would have been something we had to cut out. It would have been something that was rather difficult. It would have been something that made us cry. It was unpleasant. It wasn't particularly a fun or pleasant experience. And with the tower here, it talks about warcraft, or, I'm just going to say it that way because we have the Five of Cups as well. There could have been, Scorpio, Mars, could have been Mars in the eighth house, which means there was a need to get to the bottom of something, a need to get to the bottom of our emotions, the bottom of our feelings, the need to see things from a rather vulnerable position or standpoint. And then we have an 8. What are we doing, girl? So there's something here. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is. Okay, so firstly, we have a witch. Queen of Wands with the devil, that's a witch. King of Pentacles with the devil could be a Capricorn sun, could be a sorcerer. If it's not either of those two, we may be dealing with some type of Aries rising. Queen of Wands with the Strength card could also just be a Leo moon. To a lesser degree, we could be dealing with some type of Taurus rising. We have the Three of Pentacles here with the Devil card, so that could talk about a cabal. It could also talk about somebody with their Mars in the 10th house or their Mars in Capricorn. Somebody definitely has their Mars in Capricorn here. Somebody has their Mars in Scorpio. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. So that's sorcerer, witch and warlock. Two of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is spell work. 6 of Pentacles. This is spell work. And if I said Taurus rising, this person would have their moon in the first house. Okay, so there's some energy here. I just don't like it. I don't like this devil. It's not doing the thing I need to disregard it. I don't care that the strength card is here. I don't really care that we have a pentacle and the cords here. I don't care that the 2 and the 3 of Pentacles is here. I just don't like it. Something's gone on. Something's gone hinky McHinky, dirty McDirty. I'm just going to say it. Now, the one thing I will say is it's not universal. It's not going to be for all of us. Because what's happening, what I'm getting, what I'm sensing, what I'm seeing is this. There was this kind of campaign. There was this kind of endeavor. There was this kind of mission to, okay, sweetheart, Baba's working. Do you understand what I mean when I say I'm working, honey? You have to stop. Baba's working. We have a double 8. That's spell work. With the queen and the devil here, that's a witch. We also have a warlock king and the devil. I'm talking about the wands. Now, we've learned how to navigate, negotiate, remain present, and participate with the situation. At the most particular, precise, and present moment, it's not affecting us in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. But we would have had to understand that we were sealed out from energy and protection. So this Five of Cups would have been accepting lots and 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 lots of disappointments. Multiple successive rounds of diluting, diminishing, distorting, even worse, dispersal, disruption, where some kind of harmony, some type of bond was broken up. We might have felt alone or isolated, really undesirable or unwanted with this Five of Cups here. That's one thing, because there's this energy here that is projecting they're working on something and it's evil. And it might be in collaboration, or they might be systemically going through a list of really diabolical things. Three of Pentacles can be a plan, but Three and Eight of Pentacles literally is spell work from an altar and its roots. So it's energy work. And when you have evil energy work, that's never good. So I won't extend this reading, but it should be. If you want to leave a donation, I'd appreciate it. The link is in the show notes. You can always just do, I don't know what the link is. I think it's donate.abossi.org or donate. But the link is in the show notes. Page of Wands, Four of Wands, Ace of Wands. So the thing about it is we have some kind of spot and we're being targeted. We have some access to some kind of power, we're being targeted. We are the holy grail in some kind of way. We're being targeted. Something tried to keep us in this energy, and they wanted to bind us down so that we couldn't partner up with other entities in terms for spiritual gifts or other energies for union. And it might have started or looked like it was working, but it quickly got halted. And this energy is getting broken up. Ten of Swords, something's not working on their side. Whatever they did is being canceled out. A spell is dissipating. A curse is lifting. A hex is breaking. Ten of Swords, something's not working out. Knight of Swords, we're reacting, responding to the situation. There's a coven, a clique, a cabal here. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Normally, just 2 3s would mean co-creation, collaboration, cooperation. Normally, we need a triple 3 in order to mean cliques, covens, or cabals. However, the caveat, the exception to that rule is if both 3s present are one of both of these, the Cups and the Pentacles, we have the combination, because Three of Cups in and of itself mean coven, and Three of Pentacles in and of itself mean cabal. Now, it could be canceled out if we had an Eight of Cups present, but we don't. We have an Eight of Swords and an Eight of Pentacles. This is spell work. We're being pinned down in order to be extracted up from. And they don't want to just harvest our energy, Five of Pentacles. They want to harvest our gift, Five of Cups. They want pieces of our soul. So this coven here, Three of Cups, is being canceled out. But what they wanted was to push us through the gates of hell so that they would win some rank in the infernal kingdom. So that's what they're working on. They're working on rank increase in the infernal kingdom. And we're actually seen as a block to this, because they're going hard, doing the most, doing the dirty, and it's not working, at least not working anymore. Now, when we have a double 4, it usually means some type of growing of the commitment, but the growth of the commitment here is that we're safe, secure, and stable. because we keep navigating through some type of energy, and it's designed to do dirty, and they keep coming back trying to do dirty. Domestico is the returner. La Nimica is the one with the resentment. They're working on bringing some type of massive ending to us. They want to promise us over to the dark. I hate to say it like that, but we have some type of goddess energy that they're trying to take. And who is this they? I don't know. It is a specific person, a witch. And they're working through a cabal. They are a member of a coven, and they're doing some type of energy spell work. It's not just spiritual manipulation, it's energy projection. There's some type of alliance here, but this alliance is born in the dark because the intention of this alliance is to remove whatever protection that we have. It's not actually effective, it's not working. We have a pair of eights, we have a pair of sixes, we have a pair of aces. We have a pair of threes. To hear this pair. So one thing that I can see very clearly is this energy is not able to take us out, take us down. Because we have discernment, Queen of Swords in the Strength card. We're not easily bullied or stoic, and we found some kind of emotional fortitude. Because what I was getting is that something is grabbing on our energy. It's getting upset that it doesn't have the access to us that it wants. And it keeps coming back to get like filled up, some kind of energy, entity, ideology. And what they do is they stick the devil on us. They stick the devil on us so that we'll fall into temptation or darkness or whatever, what have you. Temptation is the Ace of Wands with the Seven of Cups and the devil, or just the Ace of Wands and the devil itself. So it's not working because we're Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. We're kind of safe and secure in the knowing of our something ship. I don't know what that is. So from Los Scarabeo, we will be deliberating the findings for any correlative or corresponding energy. That's Vita Sibila Daily Oracle. From Ripe Avocado, we will be deliberating the finding for any type of pairing energy. This is the Minor Arcana of the Cosmic Coven Tarot by Lillian Lazenby. And for any type of love pairing matching, we will be from Etsy using the Vibe About It, or Papa Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. We do have a matching Queen of Wands and King of Wands. We do have a matching Queen of Wands and King of Wands here. Cycles. So they put us through the ringer to test some kind of power that we're supposed to receive. Could they want it for themselves? Cycles, dysfunctional, unstable, hurtful, toxic. Same scenarios keep reoccurring or keep occurring, but unable to learn necessary lessons. predictable, repetitive cycles of breaking up and getting back together. On their side, they have this masculine energy. So they want to lord over, preside over, speak over. And for us, we're this runner energy. So what it is we're feeling not close. We're feeling maybe a lack of trust, a lack of respect. And I'm getting a little bit of energy of something else as well. And I don't know what to say. So, because I want to say something about it. Like, okay, there's a relationship issue going on as well, separate than this devil cabal, dark cabal that we're up against because a witch is targeting us. I kind of don't want to talk about these stories anymore, but this energy is still carrying over from the witch if we are dealing with this relationship thing. Because we're supposed to be in a power couple situation, but we're kind of ignorant and naive. We're not standing still and facing what's in front of us. We kind of just vacate when things get confusing, topsy-turvy, or when we need to lean into discomfort. And it's not because we can't handle up, it's because the clarity is not there. But part of this leaning into discomfort would be standing in the face of whatever obstacle there is without knowing the everything. Okay. Now, part of this reason that we appear to be running is because things are toxic. Now, there is this projection of toxic energy onto our life, into our aura, into the space that we're inhabiting. But we're not made of the dark. So if we just keep on doing what we're doing, this dark energy would be purified and purged. However, it's continually projected towards us. So oftentimes when other people do an energetic check, we may appear to be in the dark, in the wrong. Some people may be thinking that we're cruel, that we're harsh. Even the word toxic, I'm getting that a lot. That's not actually the case. It's not the real truth, but that is what appears to be. We need to go deep here. Some kind of being vulnerable. So the other side wants this. They want this connection to mature, and we're about to settle because, or we're looking for clues about what this is because it's unclear. There's a lack of clarity and it's agitating. But something is holding on for us. We've really got to show up in some kind of way. But that's not clear how to show up because it seems like the space that is being held for us, we don't really fit into. But it's bringing some deep, profound distress to us. I want to know what this King of Pentacles and the Double is, but that could be a Capricorn Sun. The King of Pentacles came up again here. Here's the King of Diamonds. Narcante means having everything in place, staying ready. And it would appear that our house is burning, but that's not really what I'm getting. It's really easy for us to be misinterpreted or for people to take the wrong thing from us. And instead of saying like, hey, here's where I'm at, where are you at? Or here's where I'm at, is there a way I can get this out of you? They do this. I don't see. I'm never one to follow this energy because the way I see it is, if you have access to the horse's mouth and you decide to take bullish from the donkey's anus, you get what you get. You've had access to it this whole time and you didn't get what you wanted. Okay, what's with that? Because this is the first time I'm hearing about this and that and this and that. Yet here you are with this whole narrative, with this whole story, with this whole belief system, and it seemed to be well founded. Like you've been ruminating, oscillating, vacillating in hate, marinating in venom. You're really sure about whatever you think you're sure about, which tells me that whenever you arrived at whatever conclusion that you did without involving me in the whole dialogue and discussion, at least with yourself, whatever conclusion you arrived at, it supported the narrative you already had. You weren't coming towards me with curiosity, investigation, examination. But so that I don't care what you think because you didn't involve me in the thinking process. So think what you think. I'll be the villain in your story. All you need to do now is get away from me. Leave me be. Because you're not coming at me with what you want, with what you need, with an energy that's trying to figure it out and find a solution. You're coming at me with, you're wrong, you're bad. You're the villain in my story, is how you're coming at me. But, but on a side, is that this negative energy is being projected towards us. All around us is AIDS. And one thing I can say is that we're protected. We have the seal of protection, but we've had to grow cold, queen of swords and the devil. There's this line. It's like okay, I know they're problematic, but Drake, um, yeah, I don't listen to a lot of rap or R&B, and it seems like all of the artists that I like are problematic. Anyways, long story short, there was a line that goes, "My enemies got closer, so I grew colder." I cannot tell who is my friend. I need a little distance between me and them. Yep. So I'm trying, Six of Pentacles. I'm trying to give openly and freely and lovingly to everybody. But really, what's happening is I keep having to attend to all the situations and dealing with heartache and heartbreak. Five of Cups, Two of Pentacles. I keep trying to Two of Pentacles, attend to the situation, assist the situation, help it out, help it along. But all I really get is Five of Cups. I heard the word but hurt. Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trying to. So this is the thing. There's an energy here that, okay, there's an energy here that wants something from us. Okay. And it's for some reason we're coming off scary. We're too strong. We're too discerning. We're not witchy coochie kumbaya lullaby bullshit. Excuse my language. We're like, what's up? What have you? So on and so forth. Be about what you're about. Come hard, come harder, come correct. Lay it down. And that's not what's going on. People are doing the woochie coochie coo, They're trying to shuck and jive, misogynist ways to hide the truth and protect feelings. And another thing, don't circle the block when you think I'm going to be in a better mood next time. If you think that I'm agitated right now when you're approaching me, part of that is because you're not being clear on what you want. I'm going to be twice as stringent in my boundaries and standards when you approach me the second time, because the first time you had my time, energy, effort, and attention, didn't do nothing with it. So there's part of that. Some of this is like people have been waiting to see if a moment would open up or when the coast would be clear, but that's just the thing. You don't wait to be lucky, you create your luck. You don't wait for an opportunity, you make an opportunity. That's like peasant That's peasantry, you know. Some humans are prey animals, and that's not a universal and absolute, but sometimes you just need to shift your behavior. Okay, a little lamb for slaughter is going to get slaughtered. That's just what this is, because all we're doing is minding our business. And something here has decided that we're a problem because they got their feelings hurt. And that's this relationship. But the thing about this evil energy that we're dealing with, that's a witch that wanted the same thing from us and saw that everybody else wanted that from us. And they went in to cut to the front of the line, spiritually manipulated things. And so that one person only compounded that issue that we're having with them with everybody else. Because there's this belief that we are this thing that says no, or that's unruly or difficult to handle or unreasonable or whatever, but nobody has actually said the words, here's what I want from you. Here's where I'm approaching you. You see, there's all this wanting, hoping, wishing, praying from something that's actually very precious, but it's not going no nowhere and it's not doing no nothing because nobody can be about what they're about. Everybody is acting like they're wounded. I'm a lot though. It's stuck. We're all prepared. We're all contributing to the problem, not the solution. So we have a pair of threes here. What is that about? Using these collaboration, cooperation, co-creation here means cliques, covens, and cabals. Everybody's gathered in the corner and formed an opinion, but they didn't go to the source ever. They just hung around the donkey's anus, taking BS. So there is an opportunity for unity here, for oneness. Ten of Cups with the Page of Wands. And we are very strong, and it is difficult for people to approach, but they have what they need. What it is that we're too strong, and there's this energy of folks trying to work things out with us, but they're never clear about what they're trying to work out. So there's a lot of backfires, and it's causing anguish and distress. It's probably canceled out a couple things for us because sometimes it makes people just move on, move forward, leaving us behind. So we have a pair of aces here. Again, we got this Nine of Wands. We're too strong. I think sometimes people expect to see us weak, and it's not really going to happen. But what people are really saying when they need to see us weak is that they want to see us vulnerable in some way. I guess that's like one of those human connectivity pieces. I don't understand that. That's for prey animals. But let me say it to you this way. Let me say it to you this way. Humans are a connective species. They do need, humans are a social species. They do need connection. Too much is left for interpretation here in this situation. There's this pattern of taking our strength for something negative. Because we're both tenderhearted on both sides. See, what people don't realize is that the Queen of Swords is a Queen of Cups that does not feel safe. Unless there's some negative influence around, that's what it means. And it's taken a very long time to get there. We can get there if we make it through all these delays. Who knows if that'll happen? Because we're being hunted or abused in some way, Nine of Swords, and this other side is either having a bubble burst if they need a reality check, or they're disappointed, heartbroken. And I'm hearing heartbreaker, you got the best of me, and I just keep on coming back incessantly. Oh, I. Yeah, so there is some heartache, heartbreak here. And four of cups. I should have known right from the start. You go and break my heart. You got the best of me. Okay. Um. Well. uh, okay. So this is a depleting situation that's growing into disappointment and decline, and ultimately, both parties, us and them, are trying to hold on to what we have. We're cleaving because there's some type of uncertainty. We're feeling rigid, like we have to secure a position, but the other side really wants some affection, adoration, appreciation. They want things to get sweeter, to get easier, to get more warm. But we're cold because we don't know what's going on. You should have known right from the start. You go and break my heart. So what's this pair of sticks? Oh, we got it. Yeah, something's moving sluggishly slow, but it's a gift, a grant, it's a blessing. Do you know this connection, if it was on the up and up, yeah, and see, we're the ones suffering a little bit. There has been a trauma. We were traumatized by something that went on, Queen of Swords, so we're really in our boundaries. And that's someone is taking that to me. Okay, but it's two sides of the story here because we are dealing with somebody that wants to come closer to us. And there's also a witch. It may be the same one because the thing that's happening to us with all the other relationships in the positive is something, it is mirroring something that happened with this one witch we're dealing with in the negative. This one witch wanted access to us but couldn't get it because they're weird. I'm being kind, but they're weird. Everybody else thinks that we're weird, but it's a reverse. Really, there's all this negative energy projected onto us. Maybe this witch is thinking like if we have a major loss and we have to go play for the evil side, that we'll want them. But we wouldn't piss on them if they were in fire. If they were the last human on earth, we wouldn't talk to them. There's just something gross about them that we don't want to deal with. They might have done something wrong. Because they worked at us, they worked on us, they worked around us, they didn't work with us. So, you know, when you start to wake up and get spiritual, we tend to avoid people that are overly strategic, especially in their relationships. But that is the truth here. We have the Ace of Swords. What's this pair of eights? Did you have to run your game? See that Mariah Carey song that's stuck in my head? Heartbreaker, you got the best of me. And I just keep on coming back incessantly. Okay, we have a double nine here, so there is a need to be alone. Like this energy is not vibing, and it's burdensome. Ten of Wands. Oh, wow. Yeah, King of Swords. Yeah, we're a little bit bitter. We're like unified in this conflict. What's this Queen of Wands, King of Wands? We looked it up in the love already. Let's see what the pairing means. Yeah, so there's some rules, regulation, restrictions here. Something's been restrained, wrangled down. It also could be that there's some second guessing here. Did you have to run your game on me? We have the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. That's a soulmate union. So we feel something for each other. So we're in the dark. There's something ignorant or illusionary or fearful or toxic about us. Now, I feel it's fear, and I honestly feel like we give off fearful vibes. We need to be sweeter, nicer, or more vulnerable. But right now, since we're wounded, we're coming off too strong and actually terrifying. And we're ignorant of that. We're not yet at the point where we can walk around vulnerable, even though we have a heart full of pain or confusion. And it's not like we're carrying pain around, there's just something that we're working through. You know, sometimes when people are unrefined or something like that, it can wear on the nerves. We might need to find a way, you know, like if you have light sensitivity, you can just leave the house with sunglasses. You don't need to stay indoors all the time. You know, I have a friend who's sensitive, like when things touch your fingertips, it's overstimulating. They wear gloves outside the house. You know, I have a friend who's sensitive to noise. They wear earplugs. So what's this pair of coins? Got it here. Yeah, so there's an impasse or boundary standards. This is the Five of Swords because, yeah, so something got revoked and we got canceled because I guess a plan that somebody had wasn't working. And they'll quickly come back towards the past if they can see anything that would work, but they're under the impression, I don't, I was going to say that it's not working, but what I heard was that we're a lost cause. Okay, I mean, you believe what you believe. If you're, whatever you're looking for is what you're going to find. And I don't care where you arrive at if you don't say, hey, this is what I want from you. Like if you want to do the little mating ritual, say, hey, can we do a mating ritual? I know like it's weird to have to use your words. A lot of people get flirtatious and they play or whatever, but with the Queen of Swords, there needs to be words, literally words. And if it's not in words, it doesn't matter. The other side isn't fun. They need to have fun. They need to feel some kind of chemistry. We need to have some kind of sense of truth, Queen of Swords. And that's just what it is. So what's this pair of kings, page of cups? So we do want the same thing. And it says that we're united in heaven, but down here upon the earth, there's some confusion. Now, one thing is that we should probably recognize that somebody kind of came towards us and didn't do much with that, or didn't get very far with it. I should have known right from the start to go and break my heart. That song is it's going. Okay, so there is a karmic lesson on this other side, and if there is a witch or a warlock, what they want is to cause conflict. So it's working, it's getting off the ground because it says actually we're the King of Cups, so we are loving, caring, and kind. But it's easy to misinterpret that if what you're doing is, see, the Three of Cups came back both times. In the same position, but we have different cards. So we might be dealing with a Pisces sun or Gemini rising. We can be dealing with a Pisces rising, Venus and Virgo. Somebody has their Saturn in Leo or in the Fifth house, there is this energy here of somebody is under the impression that they're never going to let us go, but we're opposed. And it's this witchcraft. It's not actually a witch, it's witchcraft. Spell work, energy projection, spiritual manipulation. We have the devil and the moon card. That's the Leviathan, covenant breaking, oath breaking. There's a resentment here because somebody feels like if I can't have you, no one will. If all they can think about is wanting to be with us, you see that? And we're stuck. We're literally pinned down. Four of Swords with the devil. We're pinned down in a jar in some kind of way. It blocks other love from coming in for whatever reason. Because this energy thinks that at some time in the future they can return. I was looking at the Knight of Wands as the returner, but look at this. Reunion. Look at the name of that card. What they're going to do is destroy the sanctity of this connection doing that. They might not get exactly what they want, but they could have something. You might not get to be my lover, but you can be my friend. And that for this person doesn't matter, don't care. They want us at any cost and they're going to get us at any cost. Yeah. And look at this al cuore. They're upset that we won't open our heart to them. But I'm sorry, if we're not going to do such a thing, that's just what that is. They don't care. That doesn't work for them. Yeah, they're on the evil side. We have our third king. So this is a covenant, a compact, I mean. Yeah, something's getting stripped here. They're going to speed up for us, but only after we get some kind of absolute authority because somebody, this is king, page, and ace of swords, because somebody used their authority over us for a very long time and it's coming undone. We're getting to the depth of our soul, realizing like, hey, I'm lovely. I'm actually full of love. And if somebody doesn't get my love, it's because I don't want to give it to them. Not because there's anything wrong with me, and definitely not because I'm not capable. It's because I don't want to. This reading has been utterly exhausting. I'm gonna go. It's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to serve. There is a Leo rising here too. I did detect that earlier. This has been a reading about the same issue, but two sides of the issue. There is an energy, entity, ideology that is projecting evil into our life because they are saying, like, if I can't have you, nobody can. And really, the way that they're trying to get us is to lure us into the dark side so that we can't work in the light. So when I tell you that this witch or warlock or whatever, they do a lot of spiritual union, spiritual ties, and they need to bring us over to their overlord, which is unfortunately it's a lesser evolved spirit. It's a dark spirit. This energetic bond is blocking other love from coming through. And the thing about it is that since we're healing from this soul tied to a demon, we're kind of in an austere place. We're the Queen of Swords. We've been made to cry. We're exhausted. And so people are coming up towards us and they're not clear about what they want, which most people in the Western world are not. And they're getting rebuffed just because their energy is so strong. They're used to some weak little, and we're not the one, two, three, or four. That's not us. So they're getting repelled. And we do need to be more vulnerable, but we are, just not with everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we do need to understand the dynamics, and part of this reading is that. So just a quick prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, trapped in the seeds of time, lost in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine, unconditional love and universal oneness. Honoponopono, we love you, we're sorry, please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. May we all be whole, may we all be happy, may we all be at peace, may we all receive everything we ever wanted, starting what we deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again. Namaste, Dandavat, and Ashe. Sayonara, that's good. Take care. Bye-bye.